Hola, mis amigos. Bienvenidos a la referencia de la película, aka
The movie reference.
I'm Mark. That's Britt. This is episode 58. You guys found us on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. All that stuff helps. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a few others. And you can follow us on Instagram at the movie reference. Ooh, we are rolling. We're going.
Rolling, rolling down
Rolling.
the
Wow, I don't
river.
want to make Tina Turner mad, okay?
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that would be the one thing. Like you use
Why
some of
would
my
that upset
lyrics.
her?
I don't know. I
Useless.
just feel like out of all the songs we've sang on the show, I mean, not that we go full karaoke mode. I feel like Tina would come back at us. I'm just saying.
Nah, dog.
Brittany and I got to see each other this past weekend. She had a Halloween party and slash costume contest, if you will, and I wanted to make sure to show up. Right, that's what we do. Um, but I also had a failed experience becoming a vlogger of sorts. I had this idea to make a video that kind of fell through, and then like I pulled the camera out on Britt and I a couple times like we were going like to Party City and stuff like that, but I just didn't have the confidence to be like, oh, this is where we are, like the vloggers do. They're like professionals and stuff, and it's just
I don't
not.
know how they do it either. It's really
I'm
hard.
not. I'm not comfortable doing that.
Are
I'm
you not
comfortable.
comfortable putting your camera up in front of people?
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about like what people think, or if they get sensitive if they're on camera. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little weary of that stuff. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, I failed, right? I filmed some snippets. I got like 2 minutes of footage here, 2 minutes of footage there. At the end of the day, Lisette's right. If you're going to vlog, you're going to have to like just continuously film. And I wasn't
Yeah, you just
continuously.
keep filming instead of pulling it out every time you feel like you're. Because I did that when I was
Exactly.
in Chicago. Like I wanted to capture all the memories and have like good shots, but then
Yeah.
if you pull out your camera just randomly, you miss everything.
Yeah. And yeah. And then I was just like, I don't know. I wasn't comfortable doing it at the end of the day. And then number two, I didn't take in consideration how busy Brittany was going to be, or like she was in her brain, man. She was planning this party of the decade. And yeah. So that's my experience of being a failed vlogger, pretty much. Maybe I'll like,
You should have recorded me setting everything up.
maybe I'll edit it together and play like really sad music in the
Womp,
background.
womp, womp.
No, but with that being said, we had an awesome weekend, and we got to hang out, and that was really fun. I didn't win the costume contest, but whatever.
So sad. You would have won if Miguel was there the entire time.
Yeah, you would have won too. You guys had a pretty legit.
We were really close.
Yeah.
But I didn't vote for myself like Cruella did.
Uh-oh, the truth has
So if
come
I
up.
voted for myself, it would have been a tie.
But you did awesome. You and Nathan really set up a really nice shindig, and it was cool to see their friends and you interact. Man, you guys were loud as hell. I'm just kidding.
Kept you up all night.
But
you're welcome.
Hey, man.
That's how young people live, bro.
That's how young people who don't have babies live.
That's true. Or they just send the babies away.
We couldn't do that. Even like, yeah, just can't. You can't. Miguel is the best, and look at how much happiness he brought when he came downstairs for a little bit.
That's true. Everyone was super stoked.
Yeah.
To see a baby.
See a baby.
A baby.
The baby.
They all want to touch his toe beans.
His toe beans?
You know, like when they talk about cats, their toe beans?
Yeah, I got you.
That's why I call his toes. Toe beans.
Toe beans, cool beans, show beans.
Something bean. You lost it. I couldn't rhyme anything.
So, like on the show wise, I didn't get to talk to you about Creed 3 yet. So I would like to talk to you about it. I made you watch the trailer this weekend.
Yeah.
Creed 3, directed by Michael B.
Michael B.
Michael
Jordan.
B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, swole, both jacked, ready to go. This is one of my favorite franchises. If you guys remember, or if you hadn't had a chance to, episode 52, Brittany and I went down our top 20s, and Creed was in, I believe, in my top 10. Sorry, I don't have my list in front of me. I just love this franchise, man. I even like Creed 2. Like, so I'm excited for Creed 3, and the vibe that it gave me. I don't know. I like the underdog story. I like that. I like stories about families at odds or friends at odds, and it had a little bit of warrior vibe to it. Even though
To
they're
the
not
trailer.
actually brothers, they're like childhood friends. But yeah, man, I really got into it. The music got me into it, and it inspired me because of Michael B. This is his directorial debut, so it's like, I don't know, it looks crazy good to me. I don't know, Tessa Thompson, of course, killing as Bianca. She's one of my favorite supporting characters in there. I think I was before I saw the trailer, I was a little disappointed that Sylvester Stallone wasn't going to be in it because I've enjoyed him as Uncle
Popping
Rock.
in.
Yeah, I thought he did, especially in the first Creed, he did such an amazing job.
Well,
But
now you can catch him on TikTok.
and now you can kind of see though that there's a reason why Rock's not a part of it. And in the trailer, I'm curious because he says for the last 7 years. So I'm wondering, is this a time jump or is it 7 years including the first Creed movie? It
Maybe they couldn't afford Stallone.
actually, no, there's a lot of issues with the producers and stuff, but it actually has been 7 years since the first Creed movie, so I guess I answered my own question right there.
Oh, there you
Um,
go.
but with Sylvester, he's having issues with the producers and stuff of the Rocky franchise. So but it feels like it's an Adonis story. It feels like it's taking place in L.A. anyway, like it's far away from Philadelphia, so it makes sense. It makes sense, but it would be cool to get a phone call
Was
or
the
something.
previous one in Philadelphia?
It was a mix. So it
Mm.
was him and Philly being like the heavyweight champ, and then having to go out to California, I believe, is where he ends up going to get ready to fight Drago because Rocky refuses to train him. So, and I mean, he's originally from Los Angeles, from the first Creed movie. So,
I feel bad. Like they all just kind of meshed together for me, and they all are feel the same to me. Sorry.
well, I mean, there's no denying a lot of like I think we talked about this before, but a lot of sports movies, they kind of fall under the same trappings, and it just at the end of the day, I think for me, it's got to have a good cast. Creed 3, I can't wait. March 3rd, 2023. Heck yeah, sign me up. While we're on me and geeking out, might as well just finish all of it. Today is Monday. We didn't film on Sunday because we we were going to film in person, and but we felt like we didn't have anything to talk about, so we watched a new movie together, and then
Hell yeah.
we ran out of time to film. That's why we're doing it a day later than normal. But so today, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, right? That trailer dropped today. I made Brittany watch it before the show, but I'm a fan of the Ant-Man franchise. I really do. I really enjoy it. I mean, to me, it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy, where I don't really care what the movie's about. I just want to hang out with these characters again.
Mm.
So, like for me, the first Ant-Man was a huge surprise, right? But the second one, I really people don't like the second one, just like Guardians Volume 2. And I'm like, man, I had fun. Like it was just cool to be back in that world, be back with Paul Rudd, who's charismatic as hell. I love that guy. I don't even know him. He's like on the list with Ryan Reynolds here. Um, the cast looks great. The it looks like it's taking place in the quantum realm. Obviously, it is. I'm sorry, but it looks spectacular. Those visual effects artists worked extremely hard on this film. It looks like it because it looks like it's going to take place mostly there. So that means it's going to be probably quite an expensive film. And of
CGI
course,
film.
the big thing is Kane's back, right? And some of you be like, that guy looks familiar. That's Jonathan Majors. Yeah, he's in Creed 3 as well. But he also made an appearance, his first appearance, in Loki at the very last episode. And I was telling Alex about this because we were writing back and forth about how excited we are for Kane, but the fact that he's going to be kind of different every time we see him, essentially. And I was telling him, I said, but I really love the version that we got in Loki because he was kind of like a little kooky, he was a little funny, and like there was something about him that made me appreciate the last episode of Loki so much. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember that episode. Spoiler alert, they ended up Sylvie kills him and it sets off the time, right? The time, the thing that he controls, time and these different multiverses starts branching out. And we've been waiting for answers for this. Like we've been waiting to figure out what happened, why what this thing in Loki is should be having a big ripple effect and we haven't quite experienced that ripple yet. Like I know there's gonna be a movie that's gonna be like all of a sudden it's gonna explain this is what happened. That's why we have all these Disney Plus shows. Um, but he looks great. Jonathan Majors looks great in this. Does a brief appearance, and I like. There's another line though. I heard that I don't know if it's from Comic Con or something. He says something different other than "So are you gonna help me, Ant Man?" I heard them say that you're an Avenger. I've killed one. I killed you before, or something like that. And I was like, so I was kind of curious if that was just made up or if they just chose not to use that line in this trailer. But maybe because they're trying to set it up to be like he's like an ally. But I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
turns into an ally.
Kane's bad news. I don't know.
Maybe this one time he's a good guy.
Maybe he seemed like a nice guy in Loki. Uh,
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't know. I've never been into Ant-Man, but I'm gonna try it again because I've seen the first and second one, but it's been a long time. I only liked Ant-Man when he was in Avengers.
Oh, he's
But
great.
but
Yeah,
I
in
didn't
Avengers.
but I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Really?
So
The
awkward.
character that I'm gonna miss the most is Luis, played by Michael Pena.
Mhm.
From all accounts, it doesn't look like he's gonna be in this film,
But why?
but I don't know.
Drama?
I'm not sure. But I know I speak for a lot of people who probably wanted the same thing as me right now. I would love for him to open the movie up to explain what the hell has been happening in the MCU since Endgame. But I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's gonna be in it. I hope he is. He's my favorite. He's because the way he breaks it down, like he retells the story. It's like so much fun, and I like him as a character. And Michael Pena is great. I mean, instead of doing Tom and Jerry, he could have been doing this movie. Tom and Jerry was. I bring it up a lot, but Tom and Jerry was bad.
I think if we were in it, it would have been better.
I think if we were offered a role in Tom and Jerry, we would have taken it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. 100%.
100%.
100%.
All right, last piece of geek information, okay?
Geek.
Listen, this weekend, well, first off, before I get into the geekiness of what happened this past weekend, this weekend was one of the first weekends, or it's been rare because of everything that's happened to the world, that there's 3 movies in the movie theater that I wanted to go see. It doesn't happen all the time, but for some reason this weekend I was like, man, I would go see this, I would go see that, and I would go see this.
Let me tell you something, Linda.
Tell me.
My patient today, he said he went to go see Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I think you'd only like it if you like those kinds of movies. Like if you're a fan.
Yes, and
It's like,
I heard nothing but bad things about Black Adam, other
yeah.
than the fact that it's entertaining and it's exciting, but
So you still want to watch it?
there's also bad acting and stuff, but not from The Rock. I guess I do still want to watch it. And I also think that my hater raid that I was having towards Dwayne is gone. I really do have no issues or qualms with him
We
anymore.
did have a moment where we were upset with him.
I don't know why. I think every once in a while, when someone is like a little too much on the radar, I kind of go disappear for a
Well,
little bit.
it's tiresome. How many movies do you need to do? Pick a good one
Apparently a
and just
lot.
do that one.
Apparently a lot. Apparently when you're not my idea of like, oh yeah, let me get attached to this MCU and then I'm set for life. I don't have to work a day. I just have to go and. Apparently that's not true. Apparently I got to go and do an MCU movie, then go do a Barbie movie, I'm sorry.
You sound like the kid. Apparently,
Apparently,
my dad.
Dwayne does have mucho money, and that's crazy.
You should
I don't
relax
know
a
how
little
he has
bit.
the time. I honestly everything that I don't know how he
He
has the
has
time.
time to eat 10,000 calories a day and do a movie and work out
And have a family.
and have family. Psh,
Jeez
pish
Louise.
posh.
Man, so what? Like I was saying, this is the first weekend in a long time that there's three. I wanted to go see Black Adam. I would so go see it. I would go see. Was it Tickets to Paradise? Is that what it's called with George Clooney and Julia Roberts? I would totally go
Oh,
see that.
that's actually in theaters?
Yeah, and then I would also obviously Brittany and I have been waiting for it. The Banshees of Inisherin. I hope I'm saying it
Oh,
right.
yeah, I want to see that one.
That came out, and I was like, man, if any weekend, I'm a dad. I'm a dad now. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to go.
That sucks balls,
Not
bro.
that I'm complaining because it's awesome, but I'm just saying like this weekend I was like, man,
How's
such a
about
good weekend.
this? I go see it,
Yes,
and then
spoil it.
I spoil the whole movie for you.
I would allow this because that means you're gonna go see a Black Adam movie, or you're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna see a movie that you wouldn't normally see. You know,
What
it's
are you
not
talking
full of
about?
sadness. It's not depression. Nope.
Whoa! I'm gonna go see the Banshee movie. That's different for me.
All of a sudden, the challenge part two. No, is it Banshee? That the Airbnb one?
That's out.
Is that what that is? No, what are you talking about? What movie are you talking? Oh,
I'm talking.
Barbarian. I was
What?
thinking the
What? Whoa, whoa,
Barbarian.
whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm talking about the Colin Farrell movie. That's what we're talking about, right?
My bad, my bad. I totally got sidetracked. Yes, the Banshee movie. Yes, I would
Why are
love.
you starting talking about horror movies?
Well, because I heard you say the B, and I was doing word association, and I thought I was thinking of
The movie's
HBO.
called Banshees, right?
Well, yeah, but I was thinking about HBO Max. I was like, oh, I saw that Barbarian's gonna be on HBO Max soon.
I'm
And
going to my
anyways,
iPick app now. I'm going to go pick a movie. I'm gonna go see that movie by myself.
right now,
I'm gonna go tonight. I'm gonna go see Black Adam,
oh my gosh,
Ticket to Paradise, The Good Nurse. I thought that was gonna be on Hulu. Did you hear about the good news? Good Nurse? That looks good.
I heard because it's Jessica
Can I tell you about
Chastain,
it?
Jessica Chastain, and
Just catch us and
Eddie
Eddie
Redmayne.
Redmayne, and they're working together.
Uh oh.
And he's been putting, I think he's putting insulin or potassium into people's IV drips, and they're dying.
Oh
And they
gosh,
don't. She thinks he's a good guy. They're like friends.
I never seen this trailer.
And then she gets investigated, and she's like, "Do you know this person?" And then she has to like slowly like catch him doing the act, so they know who to put in jail.
Dang.
Mhm.
I've never seen the trailer. I had just seen that lately there's been premieres and stuff
It
with it.
looks great. You should watch the trailer.
Yes.
Yes.
So those three movies, I guess this other one I wanted to go see. They all look entertaining. But the thing is about the Black Adam thing, it's already been spoiled. They spoiled it before the movie even came out. There was going to
What?
be a special cameo happening in the film, or at
What do
least
you
in the
mean?
post-credit scene. And that cameo was officially confirmed today by Henry Cavill himself. Yes, Superman, Man of Steel.
Now that's a reason I'd watch the movie.
Listen, Alex and I did a 2-hour episode talking about how much we love Man of Steel back when this podcast was known as the Who and What Movie Podcast. It's an amazing audio only episode where just a bunch of love for Man of Steel, just all over the place. And Henry Cavill has been an amazing Superman. He's shown even in the lesser movies. He's been great, and I've been waiting for a sequel. And now we finally at least have a definitive answer that DC Warner Brothers wants Henry Cavill to be Superman still, and that Henry still wants to be Superman, and that's most important because he
Hmm.
announced today that this is just a taste. And so I'm super excited. I like it. I showed Brittany. I'm happy. Alex is
Handsome.
happy. I was texting Alex back and forth. You hearing this stuff about Henry?
You
He's like,
gotta make
yeah.
Alex do a video with us one day. Give his two
Yes.
cents.
He's going to do it. I'm going to make him do it.
He's not gonna do it.
He's going to do it.
Is that guy even coming to my wedding?
That I don't know.
See, that's what I said.
But yeah, so there's all the geek stuff I've been waiting to talk to Brittany about all day. Like it's big news, man. I really love Man of Steel. I think it's an underrated superhero movie. It's one of those movies that I saw twice in theaters. It just blew me away. Maybe I saw it 3 times in theaters, but it was just one of those movies that just was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Batman v Superman honestly was a letdown. The best part of that was
You
seeing.
finally agree.
No, the
You
best part of that.
finally
No, 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 no,
agree.
no. I said the
What'd you
best part
say?
of that was that movie proved me wrong that Ben Affleck could deliver, and he delivered. And of course, that was the introduction to Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot.
Sorry. And then,
Smoke show.
yeah. Anyways, and then Justice League, the theatrical version, stunky, and
Hey, they're not gonna release Flash, huh?
they are so trying to though. Like they are pushing it back. They are delaying it. They're still filming with them. They're still filming it.
What are they doing and why are they pushing it back? Like if people are gonna forget
They're
what
doing like
happened.
reshoots and things like that we keep hearing like they went back for a couple days to shoot and da 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 da. But all this legal drama is just conjuring up. Like apparently
Mhm.
could possibly be facing 26 years in prison for just that little B&E that he did. Not just a little. I shouldn't. It's not to sugarcoat it, but that little breaking in uh, BS that they did, um, could cost 26 years. And like, it's pretty clear from all the people that I listen to, they believe that they're gonna cast somebody new. It's just this
Did you
movie
hear
is
the name?
this.
George
No,
McKay is the rumored person.
who's that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
I've been flipping through the news.
George
If
Mc.
you
Who's that?
let me Google that for you.
Who is this? Oh, this is the guy from
British actor.
1917. I never seen. Oh, it's a fan art. You got me all like breaking
I'm not
news.
though. I was using well, this is not a credible source either.
Exactly.
Daily Mail.
That's the fan art. That's the
I know it's a fan art. They're using that picture.
Anyways, they've been speculating about who could take their place, excuse me.
I saw it coming since Perks the Wallflower. He had crazy written all over his face. I was like, this guy does cocaine.
Oh my gosh, really?
I could totally tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And then from that point, I was like,
that movie's just sad.
well, yeah. Being a teenager is sad. Sucks.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Teenagers scare the crap out of me. And there's some teenagers in our life right now that I go, oh my gosh, I do not miss being a teenager. Not at all. Nope. Couldn't care less. Nope. I'm happy being in my 30s, to be honest with you. I love my 30s.
I hate it. And I was cracking my ankles.
You're not even 30 yet, bruh.
I'm almost there. Okay, so you know that show I've been watching, 2521?
Vaguely.
The Korean drama.
Oh, yeah.
So the girl in the show, she's an 18-year-old. And the whole time, my friend and I, and Nathan too, I was like, oh, she's so cute. How she's so adorable. Like, she doesn't even look like she's 18. She looks younger than 18. Yeah? I Google her. Guess how old this bitch is?
She's 38.
32.
Okay. Well, I get overguessed.
You overguessed.
Sorry.
But she looks like she's like 15 or 16. This is madness. Should I share my screen so people know what I'm talking about? And y'all tell me. Well, let's see.
Well, yeah, make sure you look it up first. We don't need to see what you've been looking at. Chris Evans, Ryan Gosling.
I'll show you this little girl.
She's not. She's a woman now. She's a
Yeah.
young lady.
Screen 2. Check that out. Are you looking at the screen?
Yeah.
This is her in the show. Does she look 32 to you?
No.
That's how they make her look.
She looks younger. Yes. It's
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
the
yeah.
veins.
It's look at. Shit. I'm gonna have to make a deal with somebody upstairs to make me look young like that. Shit.
I guess so. I guess.
That's some bullshit.
Oh man.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a shame.
What a shame. Shall we get into our review?
Yes.
I'm gonna let you lead.
All right, everybody.
What's the movie called?
The Stranger.
The Stranger. I didn't know it just came out.
I had no idea, and I didn't even hear about it.
No trailer, nothing. Brittany stumbled upon it.
Stumbled upon it because we only had, if we were gonna be on the podcast, we'd only be like reviewing trailers. So I was like, let's watch something.
Yeah.
So I got on Netflix, and lo and behold, The Stranger is out. And it has Joel Edgerton. That's all I was like, ooh, spicy.
And Sean Harris from
And Sean
Mission
Harris.
Impossible.
I wasn't too worried about that. I was more interested in Joel Edgerton.
What? Hold on, real quick.
What
Caught my attention, and I noticed it even more after you posted about it, was the cover.
Mm-hmm.
How alike those two look, and then you realize, oh, there's two different people on that poster, and it was like, damn, this should have been Face Off too.
Yeah.
But this is based on a true story. So
yeah,
please go ahead.
So yeah, the show is a crime
It's a movie.
drama mystery vibe, and it's based on true events, based off a case in Australia, and like a unsolved kind of case where this boy gets kidnapped and murdered. Can I say murdered on?
Yeah, he was murdered, and it was May. Was it May something 2002?
2002, sometime during then. And then this guy has to go deep undercover and like get in, like make a relationship with the killer to get him to confess that he killed that boy, and to tell him where the body is and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
how he did it.
Yeah, and how he did it. So the whole time, you're just like on edge because the guy's trying to be close with this weirdo. and it's like giving him some trauma, PTSD, like he's always uncomfortable. He feels like the killer's in the house, or right? Like every time he has a nightmare.
Yeah, well, yeah, the deeper he gets, the more paranoid he gets. And the hard part, I think the weird part about the movie is when they try to humanize the villain.
Yeah.
They make him do some funny things that you can't help but kind of chuckle at. Like that awkward dance sequence.
Yes.
And you're like, am I supposed to be laughing at this guy? He's the bad news.
He asked Joel Edgerton, do you like music? And then he's like, nah, I'm not really a music guy. He's like, what? He's like, I'm not a song guy. And then right when he tries to leave, Sean Harris puts a song on and he starts like swaying really weird and awkwardly. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, so there's a lot of
it was weird.
There's a lot of odd moments like that. And I'm with Britt. Like, this is like it was a gripping story, and I was really engaged.
You could feel the intensity the whole time.
Yeah, you feel it. I think my only my gripe is the jump cut. The way it was edited, like sometimes it would like go from complete silence to really loud, and this like buzzing sound that constantly happened.
Yeah.
It was a constant thing, and then finally it would like pick a scene and then actually let it breathe, and then all of a sudden cut. That was my only like issue. Not that it was a big issue. It's just one of those things. I think they were just trying to do it to keep you on the edge of your seat, and
I managed to do that, especially like I don't know, making you focus on breathing.
Yeah, man.
Especially with the music with the breathing. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa.
The music was intense. And it was like the interesting part. Well, Brittany kind of scared me at first because she said, "Oh, this is an Australian movie. It might show some things that they managed to kind of tell this story without
Showing
without
stuff.
showing stuff, which I really appreciated because it was like it still kept me engaged. It still was an intense movie. It still was really great acting, but I didn't have to worry about feeling squeamish or feeling like I was uneasy because of the performances, not because of the images.
I legit, oh my God.
Oh
I
my god.
legit thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be about the serial killer from Australia. So I thought it was gonna be really intense because there's like a famous serial killer from Australia.
Hmm.
And he does, but they already made a movie about that, but that
Yeah.
movie was fucked up. Like they
Yeah.
show a lot. Ugh.
Yeah. This
But this movie
was
was really good.
this was really cool. It I will say that for like a general audience, it is a little. They would probably consider it a slow burn. It's only like an hour and 52 minutes or something.
I mean, kind of slow.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like for general people, like people who like Black Adam and stuff.
Yeah.
But the performances, man, and the Brittany. Well, first off, Brittany made two really good comments. Like one, they're going through all of this just to get a confession.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was a lot of resources used to get this guy to confess.
yeah, yeah. And then the other was, man, to be a cop, you have to be a really good actor, huh?
Yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because I was happy about. Try not to spoil the movie, but there was a couple moments where they actually kind of show the before, like how
Hmm.
they get into it and stuff. I just like the way that every once in a while they'll give you like a peek behind the curtain of how they were doing it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good watch, man. It's on Netflix. Once Bernie posted about it on, was it Sunday night you posted? I went to Joel's account and I was like, "Oh snap! It's at 93%." I like all this stuff that I'm like, "How come it wasn't being promoted?" Because this is
They
it's
should have
amazing.
promoted it more. Like I had no idea.
Yeah,
Zero.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, it
it would have
was.
been nice to know about it.
Yeah.
But that was a nice find because yeah, though even Nathan liked the movie and
How are we
he
rating
made into
this?
that. Huh?
How are we gonna rate it?
Out of 5,
Out of 5?
I give it a 4.7.
Wow, pretty good.
I might watch it again, but it's a little too intense to watch again. But the acting's brilliant, and I like all the back and forth with the cuts. Honestly, like when you're in the present and then you're going into the past.
Oh yeah, but there is a moment where remember where I was like, "Damn." I was guessing a lot of stuff in this movie. I
Yeah,
was like, I wonder if this is happening, but it didn't happen. I was wrong. This movie made me wrong 100% of the time.
which is not normal for us.
Yeah.
We're usually good at guessing what's going on.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. I would give it a 4.2.
Watch the movie, figure it out yourself.
Yes. It's
It's
on
really
Netflix.
it's really easy to like get the two main characters confused. I don't know if that was on purpose to make them look
Mhm.
so similar, like with the same beard and long hair.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was
but
thinking the same thing. I was like, why they
I
look so
guess it's
similar?
like a shadowing. I don't know what terminology to use,
Yeah.
but it's like because he's going so deep undercover
Yeah.
that he needs to look like the other guy.
Well, the cool part is that he didn't like go super. No, that's the kind of a spoiler. I'm not gonna
I love how we can't give any spoilers. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, just watch the movie. It's on Netflix. If you like crime thrillers, there's this one. I I I I, I liken it to I think The Rover I watched with Robert Pattinson and Guy Pearce. That was another Australian film, and Bernie said it kind of gave her Lock vibes, which was Tom Hardy's.
Because the majority of the movie, you felt like you're in a car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Brittany, go ahead and
Whoa!
lead us
I
out.
didn't practice my outro.
Lead us out on the yellow brick road. It's now or never, brah.
But it's now. All right, everybody. This has been episode 58 of the movie reference with your boy Brittany. Just kidding. You got Brittany and Marc on the script. We're here every Tuesday.
Yep.
We're showing up. We're clocking in. We do our time.
Yeah.
We do this for fun and shits and giggles, and we want people to whoever enjoys movies the way we do and likes to hear about movies, this is the place to be. Some people just ain't movie fans anymore for some reason.
Well, that's why
Weirdos.
that's why we talk about life too, man. That's why sometimes
That's why.
we
But
vent.
we don't want just mainstream movies.
Nope.
Okay. We
I
hit
don't even know
that
what mainstream is. I don't know what mainstream is.
nobody looks at him. Nobody looks at him. Nobody looks at him.
Spider-Man shirt.
But yeah, we like to thank you for staying and watching us.
Wow.
And
This is what happens when caffeine's not in your system. You get somber and
go fuck yourself. And like and follow and subscribe. Give us a rating. We're on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and YouTube's.
That's right. Instagram.
We can see our faces. Next time I'll put makeup on for y'all. But today, you got to see me in the real, okay?
The real.
The real. So
I think they saw that last time with your big ass hair, remember?
Shut the fuck up. I had makeup on. Okay. Sit back, relax, listen to us or watch us. Thank you.